What's up, everybody? The Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Empyrion, Galactic Survival. When we left off in the last episode, we kind of ended up with this derpy little hovercraft. I mean, he's cute, he's cool looking, but yeah, does not fly very well. And I found out why. Though I will admit I'm a bit mixed on in a couple of respects, but let me get into this first. The first thing is that if I'm reading the comments and suggestions and stuff correctly, I have no thrusters on this. So it's purely RCS controlled and hover engine controlled, which is not good. I'm supposed to be able to hit N and show the center of mass for this. Now, I don't know which is which. Structural integrity, I don't know what this means. I don't think that's good, because it's all red, and that's all green. I think that's one of those when you're building a base is more important, or if you're building anything that's hanging, because red is supposed to be like, if you built this is all green because I built it from the ground up, but then if I were to build blocks this way, eventually they'd start collapsing because... For those of you that have played, like, Medieval Engineers and stuff, it has the same system, I think. I don't know if Space Engineers does or not, but Medieval does, where if you built a lot of expanded things, eventually it would collapse. What is this? By the way, that's weird. I think that's a rock. Or something. Anyways. So, that's not as important, but I don't quite know... Show the center of mass... So, I don't know what the blue orb is, unless that's the center of mass and this is the center of thrust, maybe? And that's why we're kind of flying all over? I don't really know exactly how that works, because it doesn't really explain how the two, you know, it says center and then there's two. So unless that's just my fault. So that's one thing that is important to note. The other is I had no thrusters. Now, I didn't see this. I looked everywhere, and I didn't see this. But in the Hovercraft tab, right past RCS, there are thrusters small and then thrusters medium. So, apparently you do need thrusters for Hovercraft. I did not see that, so I thought it was purely RCS controlled. It's not. So that's bad. That's bad. Now, I was told, I don't know if this is true, but I was told, and we might experiment with this a little bit, that a way around this would be to make this cubed, I guess, if you want to put it that way, or squared, and then in the corners put 4 hover engines, and supposedly that could help balance things out. I don't know. We're gonna maybe experiment with that a little bit in a minute. So I need experience points, is basically what that boils down to, because I need 4 upgrade points, available unlock points here, because the small thrusters cost 4, and I have none. So I need to get 4 points in order to unlock those. Oh, we have some stuff growing. Oh, and actually that counts as XP. Very interesting. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay. So let's go over here and deal with our food situation. And I don't know if I put the oranges in here, does this light anything up? I'm trying to find what different things do what and what things I should just be eating raw. Looks like these are more of a raw, just eat them. Corn, I know, makes popcorn, so we're gonna do that. And the tomatoes... Oh, now that's interesting. Space durians make space fries. I did not know this. So that's an... I think we're actually gonna do that, because you can use the... We've checked this before. You use the durians, the tomatoes, and the pumpkin, and purified water and all this, and it makes vegetables. Which is fine, but there's a lot of resources there. And it's 150 food. This is 75. This is 60. You know, so it's kind of one of those, and that's not adding anything to it. All it is just those two things. So 1660 be 120, so 75 be 135, I think. So you're kind of close to 150, but you're not using steel plates, and you don't need all three. Now, this also means I don't really have a use for tomatoes. But, you know, what are you going to do? We can't have everything. Okay, and then popcorn is 50. And I might actually, I don't know. Oh, I had popcorn in my inventory. I just realized that. I might leave these in here because in order to make the nutrient solution, you actually need spoiled food. And since I don't see anything light up that I can just use tomatoes with, I may just leave those in there and let those go bad, and they'll be my nutrient solution resource. And I should probably put the corn dogs away as well. So yeah, there's that. So that's pretty cool, though. We've got some more plants going. I'm liking it. We're doing decent. We're doing decent. I think we've got enough things that we can just eat and stuff. The only thing that concerns me at this point is fuel, in that the hydrogen will power the base, but I need regular promethium fuel to power the hydrogen generator and all that stuff. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag, because while this will go a long way to make a lot of fuel and stuff, I still do need some element, some resource of promethium, unless, and let me know what you guys think about this, because I've been getting a lot of good feedback. Oh, akua berries. I forgot about them. I didn't even see those. I'm guessing that's kind of a food that's probably just an eat. I don't think you're probably going to end up doing anything with that. But yeah, that works out good. And let me know, I've had a lot of good comment responses off of this series. I've been really excited about that. Everybody's been super interactive, which is great. But what I need to know about is there actually some form... I'm not really worried about mods at this point, but, so if there is a mod, that's fine, but I'm not really talking mods. But in vanilla, is there actually something like a solar panel or something that can be a fully renewable resource for energy and for fuel, or is there always some element of mining where you need at least a little promethium pellets to make basic fuel packs to charge the hydrogen stuff and then run everything off of hydrogen? That's my big question, is did they go a little more rugged survival, and there is no perfect renewable, you can eventually be fully self-sustaining? Because, I mean, we have growth stuff and things, so food-wise, you can take care of yourself. In that regard, if you had a big enough growth plot, or growing plots area, it'd be fine. Actually, even this for one player is not bad. So that would be fine. And then, of course, with health, there's eventually the medic station where you can heal yourself. So it basically, that's... and oxygen you get out of the water if it's powered, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, we have oxygen, we have food, we have health, so really it comes down to power, is the big thing on whether power is renewable or not. If it is, great. If it's not, meh. You know, I mean, it is still kind of renewable, it's just not fully renewable, which I prefer that kind of thing. Wow, those are really bright. I wanted to shed some light on the base, and those are really strong. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just, wow. Like, that's super bright. I'm trying to think of where other places, maybe one right across from here would light up the back area a bit more. I just got tired of it kind of being, like, dark in here. It's all, like, dark and dank, and I had to use my HUD lamps all the time. Yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, super bright, very well lit now. Actually, I really like the lighting in this. It's got some really cool shadow effects, like the streaks there. Makes it really look realistic. And actually, this probably just comes from the game design side of me, but I really like these wood textures, how they're kind of parallaxed. That's really, really cool because it makes them look very textured, which is great. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I have nearly the resources at the moment. I mean, I can pick that stuff up every once in a while, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to get any of it unlock points, especially not enough to where I can do, you know, more of those. Actually, before we do that, now I need my lights out here. Before we do that, I want to actually get a couple of things going. One, I probably should have a door. That's probably not a bad idea. And then let's check for hover vehicles and make... Let's see if I have the resources to make 3 of these. Because if I do, I'd like to test the theory, since I don't have any thrusters. I'd like to test the theory if you can do it with 4 hover engines or not. So that's something I want to kind of experiment with. Now, I might put this way. Mainly just so I can see... Okay, we're not going to lock ourselves out. Now, this is another one of those paradox things where this, as far as I know, will work, provided it's powered. So if you're outside and you run out of power, meh, I guess you'd have to tear down the wall. That's kind of my theory. So yeah, this should be interesting. I like experimenting with this kind of stuff, and I do think one benefit that this game has in its system, and I mean other games have done it before too, but where like something like Minecraft had no way to deconstruct something. You could build stuff, but you couldn't really break it down back to its components and reuse them later, and that's something that I think is a good thing in this one that you can actually do. So let me find, where is my multi-tool? There we go. Okay, we're gonna take these plates back, and that one. Now, do these... Okay, they just become steel blocks. That's a really cool system. I like that. We're also going to take this, and we might move some of these things a little bit. Okay, so first of all, let's swap these, and we're going to try it this way. Now, I don't think I can flip this or anything, so I think it goes there. If I'm... Oh boy. The turret should be able to handle it. Okay, there's nothing in there, so we could put the generator along there. I'm trying to kind of streamline the ship a little bit. Okay, it did give us a generator. Good. And... Nope. I'm still getting a little used to this one's flipping mechanic stuff. It's still taking me a little time to get used to that. But I think we're doing okay with it. Okay, so we can run the materials around like that. That's fine. And we might want to do the same thing with this. Put the fuel there. We will put another hover engine there. Oop. Hey, he got one! Good job, turret. That turret was a great investment. Okay, now, what I'm thinking is, we've got the RCS thruster back here, so let's take... Got that back, and I don't think I had anything in the cargo box. Come on. Why can't I break that? That's strange. It's not letting me left-click to... Oh, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. It's not letting me left-click. It needs more bullets. Okay. Now the core is back here. I don't think I can move that without just breaking everything. So I'm not even going to try. We're just going to leave that right where it is. But I don't know with any degree of certainty where each individual thing's going to end up. So let's put the RCS thruster there. Put the cargo box there. Do I have anything else that needs to go anywhere? I don't think I do, other than the engines. So, what we can do is actually trim this down a bit. Like so. And then we'll get rid of these two and put 2 more hover engines right there. Now, at this point, we should be able to kind of start reshaping this a bit. Like so. Now, I don't know about where the nose is. I'm not sure if I can get that part or not with it kind of sticking down into the ground. We'll see. I'm hoping it doesn't, like, make it part of the ground or something stupid. I don't think it does, but you never know. Okay. Now, do I have any kind of, like, thin, flat panels? We do have walls, which might work. Oh, you know what else I could use is these guys. Yeah, we could use these to cover up. That's just changing the shape. Could do glass, but that's railing. That's not really like glass panes or anything, so let's just put these down. We're getting XP, actually. I just now realized this from building, so that's really cool. Because as we're doing this, we might actually work our way... Oh, no! We didn't have enough. Well, that sucks. I don't know if I know how to make these or not. Alright, well, let's take one off the back then. And we'll put, nope, not the bullets. Not the bullets. We'll put one there. And then maybe we'll try these guys, and we'll try like a wall. Maybe I can flip them. It's not really letting me do what I wanted to do. Mainly because it's not letting me change the... Oh, there it goes. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And I might, you know... In the interest of security, let's actually put those over the hover engines. Good! And it occurs to me now I can't access any of this stuff. So that might not have been the smartest idea. Okay. So I went ahead and took the panels off of these two so that we can access the fuel and then we can access storage. And that should make it flyable. So let's see if this theory holds up. We turn it on. And I'm still kind of drifting a little bit, and I have no real, like, forward-backward control. Like, I can't really get it to stop going, other than to tilt and fly it like a chopper. But, so, this kind of works and it kind of doesn't. Like, in a way, you can kind of get away with doing this. But realistically, you need thrusters, is kind of what I'm seeing. Now, the one thing I will say, this makes it far more stable. In that, like, it is kind of floaty, but if you had the inertia dampeners of the thrusters to work with, you could actually probably make it work okay. So, there is that. Whoop. Hey, no, where are you going? Come back! Okay. So, yeah, that's a bit of a mixed bag. Like, this kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. So the engines, the 4 engines does increase the stability drastically, but it does not really improve the floaty flying mechanic as far as I still don't really have any control over where the ship's going at any given time. So that's kind of a not so great way of doing things. Now, unfortunately, I have not gotten enough resources, or XP rather. I'm still 83% away from any unlock points, I think. I don't know fully how the system works. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to minimize our inventory setup by dumping all of our excess stuff. Put that there. Do I even... This is sniper rifle rounds, I think, so we'll keep those. Multi-charge, drill charge we definitely need. In fact, I might make some more. Well, maybe not. Maybe I don't need that much of a drill stuff, because we shouldn't have to drill too much. It's really more, it's really going to end up being more the multi-tool, I think, because what I'm thinking of doing is going back and doing more excavating at the site, or at the Titan area. He's still got bullets. Okay, good. Jolly good. Alright, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. First step might be... It might actually be... Oh, wait, hold on. Button mix-up. Where did that drone go? Or it might have despawned by now, I don't know. Probably despawned. So, I'm thinking that we need to go back to the Titan and see if we can't get some more materials off of it, and it'll help level us up, because mining, building, all of that actually levels you up, so that should be helpful. Alrighty, so here we are, back again at the MS Titan, or at least the mid-section? Is this the mid-section? I can't remember. Mid-part. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I think we already cleared these cargo boxes. I'm going to dismantle these first, I think, because they're going to have more components than just the steel. Yeah, we're getting control devices and stuff along with it. So, that's helpful. Now, this is another interesting area that we might want to check this out. Okay, so as you can see, the ones that are attached to the ground or closest to the ground are, you know, connected in some way. It's like actual structural integrity, that it's one of those that if it's on a good foundation, it's fine, but the more away from something stable and sturdy that it is, and the more it overhangs, the less stability it gets. So for example, I think if we broke this one, yeah, all of this gets worse. And if we keep doing that, then eventually these should start falling, I believe. In theory. If you can isolate where the stability is coming from, anyway. Yeah, see, like that made these really bright red. I'm kind of standing further away, because if they fall, they're gonna fall really hard. I'm waiting for it. Now, there is the kind of like, well, if I broke this one, they'd fall anyway, because then they're not connected to anything. But, let's see. This is still connected through up there, so if I took this one out... Man, they're still holding on. That's interesting. So yeah, I don't know exactly how all of the little ins and outs of the system work. But I know that that's kind of the general idea, is as you're building and stuff, you have to pay attention to the integrity of the structure, because if you don't, then it's going to fall apart on you. And I guess, in a way, that actually pertains also to how you dismantle something. Because if you dismantle it in the wrong order, eventually I guess it could just collapse on you. Like that. I couldn't help myself. Now that's interesting. I was thinking they would just crash, but I guess they actually, like, get destroyed, so you don't really want to do that when you're trying to harvest stuff, because if you do, well, then you're not getting any more material now, are you? So in theory, I guess we should be going from top to bottom and not actually the way that we're doing this from the lower area. I'm also interested to find the aft and the front section too. And I did notice one thing as well. I noticed something about the tutorial mechanic. And let me see if I can pull it up real quick. So we haven't completed the tutorial because we haven't built thrusters and oxygen supply and all that crap, right? So the interesting part is under the single player missions. There's these that we've kind of already done. We've picked up Aku berries, corn dogs. I think I've gotten a textured plant before. I don't think I've gotten alien honey. But none of them are checked. Not just, you know, some of them. And some of this, like, well, we haven't made any of those, actually. Huntsman, kill alien insect, you know, stuff like that. We have none of these checked. So my only kind of thought process that I'm wondering about is if you have to complete the tutorials before the single player missions ever kick in. And that would be an interesting thing to kind of, I guess, compare or figure out, whatever you want to call it. I will probably be a... That was weird. It was like the... It's almost like the ramp was still there. I don't know what that jitter was from either. Did I already take the thrusters out of this area? I don't know. I guess the simplest is gonna end up just being top to bottom and just cut it down as I can. Probably. It will be really nice, though, to possibly add to the hover ship some kind of, I don't know, some kind of drill or something to where I don't have to do all this manually. But I don't know if there's actually, like, a multi-tool kind of thing for vehicles, or if it's always, like, a drill, like, for mining. If there's some kind of, like, dismantler or a multi-tool kind of setup, that would be pretty cool. I guess I could look for hover vessels. We've got miniguns, rockets, that's weapons. Where's tools? Docking pad, there's a drill module, and then a drill turret? Device tool used for drilling holes into terrain and mining resources. It does not work for resource meteorites. I guess you, instead of drilling, you shoot at the terrain? Is that what that is? The harvester module doesn't really say how it works. And I don't see anything for any kind of multi-tool sounding thing, so I don't know if I could do this with a vehicle. Or at least a hover vessel. I'm not really sure. And I know it's kind of one of those, like, technically I'm not really getting a ton of stuff because there's not a lot of different mechanics. You know, it's not like you're getting a bunch of computer components or anything like that. It's basically just a ton of steel. I wonder who we're up to. 131 steel plates. So to me it's kind of worth it, because I don't have to go mining. I mean, I could... It kind of is mining, I guess, but you guys know what I mean. There's something inherently just more tedious about mining, I guess. I don't know. I think it's because they've already made steel plates. They're already here. It's not like I have to go find the ore, find that, and then make steel plates and do, you know, and basically just tear the whole thing down and it's already done for me. I just have steel plates. So, there's that. Unfortunately, though, Oh, and actually it's giving me blocks sometimes. That's kind of cool. Unfortunately, I am noticing that unlike building, you don't actually get any XP for dismantling. So, yeah, there's that. I was kind of thinking we'd be getting XP this whole time, but we're not, which is a little disheartening. So, yeah. Okay, so I finished up over there. I took the first top layer off. We are apparently under attack, but I also found you get XP for just harvesting stuff. So 3 guesses what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. Just harvesting crap. That actually, 3 or 4 plants actually put us up to 80%, or another percent. I don't see the other drones. Supposedly there's drones attacking us. I don't see them. I wonder, do I get... I don't know if I get any XP for chopping down trees. I don't want to go too lumberjack on all the trees, though, because then there just won't be anything around that's aesthetically pleasing to look at, so I'm kind of avoiding tearing trees down unless I need to. But, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that for just picking up plants that you get like 30 XP, though. That's kind of a lot. I mean, I'm glad. I'm just surprised. Uh-oh. There's probably bees. Oh wow, there's like 3 drones over there. I see you now. Let's see if I can get them in range of my... Why is my turret not firing? Turret! Do your job! Unless he's out of ammo? Oh, there he goes. Wait, he got him. Fire! Fire for effect! You got ammo? What are you doing? Okay, so my turret is just not functioning. Seriously, what is wrong with you over here? It says you have no ammo. But you have ammo. Wait, that's 5.8. What do you use? You use 30mm. You don't have any ammo. What is this doing in here? That's not for you. That's for the assault rifle. Well, that explains a lot. I'm sorry, turret. It wasn't your fault. My bad. Blaming him for something he didn't do. On the plus side, we just leveled up from that, because they give a lot of XP. I didn't realize, you know, killing a drone was like 1,000. Now the whole 30 for picking up plants kind of makes more sense. At least they keep giving me pistol ammo. Okay, so I need to make more 30mm rounds. But let's see how many points we got. 45! Holy crap! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we have a... Are we in hover vessel? We are in hover. No. Yes, we are. So I have a minigun turret for hover vessels. That's cool. I did not know this. Thrusters. Let's do that. I don't know if I should do another one of these or not. Or I also don't know if I should upgrade the hover engine at all or not. So for now, we're just going to keep it as that. I'll let you guys kind of give me feedback in the comments and stuff and voice your thoughts on what we should upgrade next. But for now, we have our thrusters. So, with that in mind, let's make 4 thrusters. Let's see how that works. Okay, so we got our 4 thrusters. Now, I only made 4 because everybody was telling me, and I kind of jumped to the same conclusion, was that you don't actually need, you would need 4 or 6 to do up and down because it's a hover vessel. The hover engines keep you elevated, so these are supposed to just change your direction, which made sense. So we're going to remove those, since they're not letting me build on them. And I don't know if these have thruster damage like in Space Engineers or what. No idea. We're just going to kind of figure it out. If I can figure out how these rotate, there we go. So let's put forward back here, and we did move the tutorial along, it would seem. Put that one there. And you know what? I don't know if they'll damage anything yet or not. So this is just going to be continuing the derpy design that we already had. Okay. Okay. So, turn it on. It hovers, but it doesn't really go anywhere. And then we can actually move. Sweet. Sweet. So yeah. Now we actually, it's still derpy as all get out, but we actually have a hover vehicle, and it moves pretty nicely, if I do say so myself. Yeah, this will be very convenient. Now, I haven't actually obviously tested going like up over the mountain or something, but in theory, this would actually work pretty well. I like it. I think it's going to work for us. Oops. I think it's going to work pretty well. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap things up for this episode. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.